I'm Ryan Newman, and since I started with Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives, I found out that some people think that they can't be an organ donor. The truth is, anyone can sign up to be an organ donor.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyone can sign up to be an organ donor. So don't count yourself out because somebody's counting on you. Go to driventosavelives.org and sign up today.
But my heart's going to you, Ryan.
Love that shirt.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this and I will take that ride home.
Invasive species are one of the biggest issues facing our natural resources and the environment today. Think of things like Dutch elm disease, the spotted lanternfly, and cats. Perhaps the most dangerous of these is the Homo caput stercoris, commonly referred to as the front plater. An invasive species coming from New York, New Jersey, and anywhere else that has a license plate on the front of their car. The biggest threat from this pest is the spread of excrement. These savages cause harm to many native species and have even spawned an entirely new one, the Beltsville lake monster. Here at the DeWeather Institute for Climate Knowledge, we have a dedicated group of volunteers working tirelessly to clean up the mess. The team of emergency responders for dispersion and skimming, or the turds. But the job is just too big, and we can't do it without your help. So be a hero, be a turd. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to West Allis, Wisconsin, and the Milwaukee Mile, where tonight the stars and cars of the Indy Pro 2000 Championship will take on week number 11 of their 12-week schedule. My name is Chris Graham with the National Racing Network. It's a pleasure to have you hanging out with us here this evening, alongside James Watson, as always. And I tell you what here, James, there's a lot of really strong cars in this one, but only one split here tonight on this Thanksgiving Eve. So some interesting names are going to be in this one as well.
Yeah, and boy, that's something you definitely want in an oval, especially one that we're making our first ever appearance at in official racing. I can't imagine that'll be too of an issue, though. These guys are really talented. It's going to be fun no matter what. I'm just happy to be back on an oval.
Yeah, we're looking forward to a really fun night of racing here. Already 12 laps in the books. Andrew Berry going to be quickest at a 26.757. Everett Paddock second quick at a 26.8. Wes Shire, who we're following along with now, 26.888. See what Wes is going to be able to do. New quick time, 26.676. Frank Wynn going to jump up to second. Everett Paddock immediately knocks him back down on the list. Let's pick up the 8 of Nagisa Ashikawa. He's going to come around to start lap number 1. So far, only Jason Owens and Eric Staropoli have not gotten out onto the racetrack yet. But as you can see there on the clock, 2 minutes of the 5 has elapsed here. Jeffrey Stanton with a good run, up to 6 quick on the board. Jeffrey, a regular in the sprint car and Silver Crown coverage here on NRN. 26.795 the lap time for Jeffrey Stanton.
Yeah, we have an amazing group of cars that we're not used to seeing. I mean, you see Jeffrey, who's one of the top short track guys out there, and is a short track OG. You know he couldn't resist missing out on Milwaukee. And Joshua Chin, who's one of the top open wheel oval guys out there. Having him here, that's really cool to see.
Jason Owens, 8th quick as he completes lap number 2, 26.846. And it looks like the only car we have not seen out on the racetrack yet is Eric Staropoli. And we may not see him take a lap, but I'll tell you what here, James, looking at the lap times everywhere from Andrew Berry's 26.5 all the way back to Nagisa Yoshikawa in 10th at a 26.9, you're only talking a half second of separation in these cars. It has the distinct feel of a pack race possibly happening here.
Definitely. When the Shock Series was here a few weeks ago, it was definitely a pseudo pack race with everyone all right behind each other, but passing still was a premium because of the dirty air. It's hard to say if we'll see that again. The race I ran earlier tonight was a lot more spread out. And if it goes like anything like that race, Andrew and Wes are going to be the class of the field, especially Andrew. He's got something evil underneath that car. He's on another level right now.
Well, it's definitely going to be a fun one to follow along with for sure here. Taking a look at the point standings as we head into tonight. John Bedifer has just about locked up an overall championship here in the Indy Pro 2000 Series. Currently sitting on 1,535 points. Everett Paddock, number 2 at 1,316. And, well, with only 1 week to go, I don't think you're really going to find a couple hundred points anywhere to make up that gap. So, congratulations to John Bedifer, who should be your overall champion. Taking a look at Division 2, that one is just about wrapped up as well. Chris Preston sitting on 985 points. Nagisa Yoshikawa at 886. Again, you're talking a 100-point difference here. Currently in Division 3, my co-pilot, James Watson, with a 52-point lead over Aaron Stillwell. Simon Fell and Wes Shire also putting up some pretty good numbers here. But qualifications are done. It is time to get out to the starting grid and see where everybody is going to line up here in this race. Andrew Berry and Wes Shire going to occupy row number 1. Everett Paddock and Frank Wynn on row number 2. Simon Fell and Jeffrey Stanton on row 3. Row 4 will have Joshua Chin and Jason Owens. John Dinkel, Nagisa Yoshikawa on row 5. Jeremy Rogers, Kevin Smalley on row 6. Row 7, Alex Vandesant and Darren Rice. Row number 8, Niji Camargo from Brazil and New York's Jason Paydu. Jeff Pete, Michael Long on row number 9. And row 10 will have Andy Corsa and Eric Staropoli. Field starting to make their way around here, and I'll tell you what, James, this track over 1 mile in length. This is very quick to go green. Not a lot of time to get your thoughts settled here.
Nope, and you're going to need as much tire temp as you can get because you're either going to be loose or you're going to be ungodly tight. So you have to make sure you know what you have underneath. Otherwise, turn 1 will be a very interesting place.
Jeremy Rogers checking into the comments saying stacked grid. Yeah, I think that's a little bit of an understatement here tonight. And this one's going to be a ton of fun. You'll see the pace car lead the field onto the front straightaway before making that big left-hand turn. And as always, race fans, the start of this one is going to be all yours. Tell you what here, James, you were not joking about Andrew Berry potentially being the class of the field. He breaks out to an early lead in this 60-lap feature event. Good battles back in the pack, though. Joshua Chin, Simon Bell, Jason Owens all battling for position. Owens down to the inside of the racetrack. He's going to have Jeffrey Stanton working just up to his outside. Owens, great run down to the inside. Going to come around Simon Fell.
Yeah.
He's able to... Ooh, go ahead.
Two laps in, and Andrew's already got half a second up on West. He's taking him to Gapplebee's from right at the start of the green. I can't wait to see if West made any changes to catch up to Andrew, but in the early going, it's not really looking that way.
Yeah, we heard West discussing in the pre-race that he hadn't had a lot of time to make any setup tweaks. You wonder if it's maybe a little bit too much downforce. What could possibly, I mean, the differences in these cars, you're not talking huge swings on the setup here.
Nope, but just that slightest little change, though, could be the key to really unlocking your pace. Obviously, whatever Andrew has done, he's found it. West is close, but just doesn't quite have what he...
We're following along with this battle. John Dinkle, Simon Fell, Jeffrey Stanton, Alex Vandesant, all lined up nose to tail here. Towards the front of the field, things are, starting to warm up a little bit here. Andrew Berry holding 3/4 of a second over Wes Shire. Everett Paddock only 0.2 of a second back here as those cars run nose to tail off the corner. We'll come back to this battle, though, with Simon Fell, John Dinkle, Jeffrey Stanton, Alex Vandesant, Jeremy Rogers, all going to be there. Big dive down to the inside by Dinkle. He's easily able to clear Simon Fell. Simon, one of the bigger losers here. Also Jeffrey Stanton down 3 spots early in this race.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Simon falling back a little bit. Probably because of his set taking a little while to come in, but we all know Simon and how good he is on the ovals, so it's only a matter of time before he starts showing the pace that he has in Shock.
Well, we heard some of the drivers talking about tire management and tire conservation setups underneath of the race car. This thing is not over by any stretch, purely because you don't know who might be saving some tire here for late in this race.
Yeah, this place is like a cheese grater to the tires. The tire wear I've been seeing from everyone is astonishing. I've been seeing a lot of reports of tires in the 60s. I somehow was able to keep my tire wear down to like 73 after 54 laps, but I was just kind of lucky I was on my own little island and just putting around. Everyone like in this Hornet's Nest, yeah, they're burning their stuff up.
I was going to say, Kevin Smalley making a big move there inside of Alex Vandesant. It's interesting to watch, though, because the cars seem to either want to get a little bit loose or just keep pushing into the outside wall on the exit at turn 2. It almost has a feeling of a racetrack that drives differently at each end.
100%. Hell, honestly, it feels like it drives differently from lap to lap. You kind of never know what your car's going to do on a corner-by-corner basis the whole race. That's why this is such a tricky place and such a fun place, because you have no clue what's going to happen and what your car's going to do.
Sliding up a little bit further forward in the field here, there are your top 6 cars down the front straightaway. Joshua Chin having a peek inside of Everett Paddock into turn number 1. Jason Owens was just about to have a shot on Paddock off a 2-1 lap ago. Had to back out of the throttle. Chin gets the good run. Now all of a sudden Owens going to be a couple of car lengths back on the entry to 3. Chin still not able to clear Paddock to the inside as we are still green, working lap number 12. Oh, Jason Owens 3 wide into turn number 1. That's a gut sack move. Oh, big contact. Chin's up into the outside wall.
Oh!
Hard into the outside retaining wall is Joshua Chin. Caution flag number 1 is out. Another car going around. Take a look here and see what happened on the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. Go 3 wide into turn number 1. May have been Owens sliding up the racetrack a little bit. May have been Chin coming down. I would say chalk that one up as a racing deal, but still.
Is it me or was there a little bit of net code? It seemed like there was a little bit of gap in between both cars. I don't know, my picture quality isn't right now.
Take a look here. Yeah, that was absolutely netcode. Good call there, James Watson.
Gee.
They were tight, but man, that was not nearly the monster hit that it sort of looked like it could have been.
No, it sucks so much when netcode sticks his ugly head in a battle like that. That would have been great to see how that move would have happened without it.
You almost wonder, though, is it a little bit too early to be making that move? Or if you're Jason Owens, do you have to do something just because Andrew and Wes are starting to get away at the front?
Yeah, the draft is pretty significant here, and if you lose it, you're going backward. In our race earlier, Wes just made a slight little mistake behind Andrew, lost the draft, and Andrew dropped a second on him with 5 laps.
Well, this one's definitely going to be interesting to follow along with here. Joshua Chin got into the pit area, but unfortunately, that looks like it may be the end of the night. It's going to be a pretty significant repair bill there for Joshua Chin. Under this caution flag, Kevin Smalley, Andy Corsa, and Jeff Pete all coming into the pits, stopping at lap number 13. 7.9 seconds, the time of the stop for Smalley, 6:83 for Corsa, 4.63 seconds for Jeff Pete. I would assume that's a tire stop, trying to get a little bit more fresh Cooper tires rubber underneath you.
Yeah, tires are definitely going to make a difference. It just depends on when you take them. In our race earlier, me, Wes, and Dave Selly pitted with 6 laps to go. Andrew stayed out, but we didn't have enough time to properly bring our tires to temp, and we had nothing for Andrew at the end of the day. So pitting right now with still about 3/4 of the race to go, yeah, that might be a significant advantage.
Pace cars coming in very quickly, back to the throttle once again. Puts a little bit of a gap on Westshire down the front straightaway. Won't last for long, though, side by side back in the pack. Let's slide back here, see what that battle was. That is Jeffrey Stanton and Alex Vandesant. Vandesant having the peak down to the inside. He's going to stuff the nose fully in there at corner entry. Stanton going to keep a lot of that momentum wound up on the outside. He'll be able to hold on to the draft as well. Jason Owens having to look inside of Westshire. He'll get that pass completed at the entry to turn number 3. Move Jason Owens up to second. No surprise to see that number 87 Extra Life Riley Children's Foundation machine up towards the front of the field here, James. But it's an interesting dichotomy, and we talk about it whenever the PM18s come to the oval. You have the oval ringers, so to speak, guys like Jason Owens, Wes Shire, and even to a certain extent Kevin Smalley, who's a little bit further back in the field after that stop. But these guys run ovals almost week in and week out in the TNT series that you see right here on the National Racing Network. But the road course and the top dogs in the series are just as good, it feels like.
Yeah, the experience that the oval ringers have is immense, and it definitely gives us an advantage. But guys who are truly alien class, like Everett Paddock, can thrive on both. I mean, hell, you look at me in a few of my official oval races, I'm racing around guys like Everett and Graham Sanders, but on a road course, yeah, I'm not even the same zip code as them.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was a big wiggle, wasn't it?
I was going to say, that was a huge moment for Jeffrey Stanton on corner exit.
It's fine. Jeff's just turning into a sprint car. He needs something close.
That's right.
Once that happens, he'll be up at the front.
That's right. Seeing Joshua Chin checking in the comments here just gives us the shrugging shoulders emoji. Yeah, I would imagine very, very frustrating. It's sort of nature of the beast here when you're talking about an internet-based sport like sim racing. Sometimes that netcode beast is just going to jump out and get you.
Yeah, like, it's such a shame, too. I would have loved to have seen that battle with him and Jason go on a lot longer.
Pretty good battle deeper in the pack here. Nie Camargo and Darren Rice. They were fighting side by side for the 12th position. A little bit further up in the field, Everett Paddock hanging on to the rear wing of Wes Shire down the front straightaway. Pretty rapidly approaching the halfway point here, and taking a look at where they are on the racetrack right now, it's about a half-track gap between Andrew Berry and Eric Staropoli, who would be the next car, I guess, to go one lap down. Jason Padu and Joshua Chin both out of the race. Chin working his way, well, Chin's getting back out onto the racetrack now, but that car not going to be very good. Paddock looks to the inside of Wes Shire. He'll get that pass completed off at turn number 4. Shire gets a great run down the straightaway, though. Tucks up in the draft. He'll hang right there on the rear wing, bringing Frank Wynn into the party as well. It looks like it will be the end of the night here for Joshua Chin, as that car is not driving at anything close to a straight line at this point.
Yeah, you really can't do much with these cars after you stuff it into the wall now, can you?
Yeah, that I say, especially after a hit like that. Battle for the lead starting to heat up here. Jason Owens has caught Andrew Berry. Yellow flag is out. Trouble on the racetrack for Joshua Chin. And unfortunately, he has to take the tow back in, and that will be the end of the night here for the number 1. Just a big twitch on corner entry, wads it up into the outside retaining wall, and Chin takes the tow, and that will be the end of the night. Now here at lap 28 of 60, I would tend to think if you're up towards the front, you're probably not going to stop. But for a driver like maybe Alex Vandesant, John Dinkle, even Jeffrey Stanton, Jeremy Rogers towards the back of the top 10, this may be a shot to come in and take tires and see what you can do late in the race.
Yeah, if I was where they were at, definitely take tires.
We'll see if anybody's going to come down pit road here. And your race leader does come in. Andrew Berry in the pit lane. Jason Owens, Everett Paddock elect to stay out, as does John Dinkle, Simon Fell. Now, it's sort of one of those, I guess, for those cars we were talking about at the back half of the top 10, it's more of do what the leaders don't, or don't do what the leaders do, whichever way you want to look at it. If the leaders come in, then you've got to come in and or possibly stay out, get the track position, try to make that work for you late in the race.
Yeah, that's a bold strategy, Cotton, though. I don't know if that's a good idea.
The big beneficiary of this second caution is going to be Kevin Smalley, who runs in the 7th position there in that silver and orange, or gray and orange, number 14. He stopped at lap 13 to put the fresh tires on the car. He's able to stay out on the racetrack, gain a ton of track position here. Everybody from first place, Jason Owens, back to 6th place, Nie Camargo, all electing to stay out on the racetrack. So 6 cars on older rubber here as we approach the halfway point. Everybody else going to have 28 lap or so fresher tires.
Yeah, this is exactly what we needed. A pit strategy race. Let's go.
Yeah, this one is going to be fun to watch the end of for sure here. Let's see if we can possibly grab a quick word here with Jason Owens. And I'll tell you what here, Jason, we saw 6 of you guys elect to stay out on the racetrack. Everybody else came in. Any concern about that fresher tire rubber behind you?
I have all the concern, Chris. I'm going to be totally honest. So, I don't know. You guys may not know this in the booth, but we have an oval championship here in Indy Pro 2000, and I need to net, or let me walk you through this math real quick because it makes my head hurt. Barry needs to have 27 more points in his highest score this week to beat me for the Oval Championship. As long as he doesn't score more than 27 more points than me in this race, I win the Oval Championship. So I went alternate strategy, hoping to stay out. There's some fast guys between us. As long as I finish within 1 or 2 spots of him, I should win the Oval Championship. I don't know. Who knows? Let's go. I don't know.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck the rest of the way here as lights are out on the iRacing safety car. And, yeah, Jason Owens a little fired up there in the spaceship in central Indiana, or whatever it is that he's piloting this thing in. This is going to be a fun race to watch for sure. 6 cars on old rubber. Rest of the field on brand new, or new-ish anyway, Cooper tires. Owens really backing the field up, going full Colton Herta on this restart. Jumps on the throttle early. Green flag's back in the air. We are underway. Little bit of a stack up there back mid-pack. Owens able to clear Paddock by a handful. But that's exactly what Jason Owens was trying to do here. He wants a hornet's nest. And all these cars on fresher tires to have to burn up that rubber early in the run.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see what Andrew's capable of. We've seen him in clean air the entire race. What does that car have in the dirty air?
Well, he's having a peek inside of Kevin Smalley right now. Had an incident on track for Eric Staropoli. He's able to get that car straightened back out. We stay under green. Really jacked up right rear tire on that car, though. He's going to have a tough time getting that car back to pit lane. Smalley and Wes Shire back to the inside of Berry now. This is exactly what Jason Owens wanted to see. Same is true for Everett Paddock, John Dinkle, Simon Feld, Nagisa Ashikawa. All of these drivers really pushing hard here. Berry going to be able to clear Kevin Smalley. Wes Shire back up the inside of the racetrack. He'll get a decent run, but Smalley will have the drafting help from Nagisa Yoshikawa down the straightaway. The top four playing nicely, all two strategy here. Well, we say that, the gap starts to tighten up a little bit, but it's a gap of 1.6 seconds from Simon Fell in fourth back to Nagisa Yoshikawa in the fifth position. There's your top four, all running single file. Yoshikawa trying to use the draft to get caught back up. Andrew Berry is the highest running car of those that stopped at lap number 28. He runs in the sixth position. Lap time that last time by right about in the same ballpark as Jason Owens. Call it a couple of tenths difference, but things certainly getting interesting here. Back in the pack, Kevin Smalley and Frank Wynn side by side. Wes Shire still right there as well. Smalley thought about getting all the way to the bottom of the racetrack, had to bail on that a little bit as Shire was to his inside. So Shire going to have to fall back in line about a car length back of Smalley as they come through turn number 3. Only 23, almost 24 minutes in this race, already pushing lap number 40. It'll be 21 to go this time by the start-finish line for race leader Jason Owens. Working on breaking the draft of Everett Paddock. Andrew Berry just went fastest lap of the race at a 26:49, 26:89 for Owens. Berry able to clear Yoshikawa off at 2. Cue the Jaws theme because Andrew Berry is coming for your race leader. Simon Fell clears to the outside. That's going to put Berry up to 4th and within striking distance of John Dinkle.
Yeah, Jason is the Jordan Poole sweating profusely meme. He knows they're coming.
Not so much they, just he. Andrew Berry battling with Dinkle side by side through 2. Frank Wynn, the next car that stopped under that lap 28 caution, he runs in the 7th position. Oh man, a little bit of trouble there for Kevin Smalley. He got way out of shape up the racetrack. Brings the door open for Wes Shire to the inside. Smalley losing 4 positions in that last couple of corners. But here's the battle for the lead heating up as we are inside of 20 to go. Everett Paddock not providing a ton of help here to Jason Owens. They're trying to stay tucked up and draft with each other, but Berry just so much quicker through the corners. It may be go time here if you're Everett Paddock.
Yeah, they're not pulling away from it anymore, but man, how do you pull the move off without giving Andrew an easy opportunity to blow right by both of you?
It may not matter. Berry up to the inside of Everett Paddock into 1. Paddock doesn't give him a ton of space, but there is enough racing room there. But Berry looks like he's going to be able to clear off at 2. Paddock fights back, getting the tow from Owens. $15 to go this time by the start-finish line. Berry really stuffs it in deep into turn number 1. He wants the race lead. He's going to get it off at 2. Owens right back to the inside. He's going to use every bit of toe he can. He knows.
Ooh. I think he's got him. Oh, he got him. Wow, what a move.
What a move,
Oh,
and it's
big
going to
bizzle.
open the door for Everett Paddock. Preemptive bizzle by Jason Owens down the front straightaway. He's got to run that inside line. Oh, they're almost making contact off the corner.
Oh, you can't get any closer than this.
Oh, Owens gets loose. He makes contact with Berry. Both cars up to the outside. Took the front wing off of Andrew Berry's car. John Dinkle's going to be right here now as well. Oh, Berry going to get swallowed up off the corner here. Alex Vandesant goes by. Nagisa Yoshikawa going by on the outside. Frank Wynn coming by as well.
Wow, yeah, you're not going anywhere without a wing. Oh, this is going to be bad. Oh, man. Oh.
The car is still running in a semi-straight line, but at this point, Berry just can't get through the corners. He's all the way back to 10th.
Man. I don't even know who's leading anymore. I'm too busy dealing with the aftermath of that craziness.
Yeah, Everett Paddock, now the race leader by 0.8 of a second over Jason Owens. I would imagine Owens has some sort of damage on that 87 machine, but he looks to be okay.
Yeah, given the impact and where it was, I have to imagine he got some sort of floor damage.
Alex Vandesant going to have the peak down to the inside. Should be able to get that pass cleared before they get to turn 1, and he does. Nagisa Yoshikawa, John Dinkle now running side by side. Yoshikawa going to be able to clear off at 2, but Dinkle fights back. Frank Wynn doesn't know where to go. Updating the story on Andrew Berry, he currently runs in the 12th position and rapidly losing time to Nie Camargo, Darren Rice, and Andy Corsa as well. Oh, one car going around up into the outside wall. That's John Dinkle. That'll bring out the caution flag here at lap number 53.
That is exactly what Andrew needed. Now he can get that wing replaced. I think the win's pretty much done. Well, how many? I can't even see the lap counter. My weather is a bit inclement over here where I'm at, so I can't really make out the fine details.
Lap 53 of 60. We are going to get just a couple of lap shootout here for the race win. It'll be Everett Paddock, Alex Vandesant, Jason Owens, Nagisa Yoshikawa, and Frank Wynn, the top 5. Trying to see if we can find Andrew Berry to talk to there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Andrew doesn't really sit in Discord during the races. Otherwise, it would be very good to hear his side of the story.
Well, let's get the one from the other combatant in that one, Jason Owens. What happened there? Looked like the car just snapped loose a little bit there off of turn 4.
Yeah, it got loose. I gathered it up, and next thing I knew, I was looking at Andrew's under tray. Man, I hate that. I was hoping to like battle him hard, stick with him, maybe stay in front of him. Dude, I don't know. Maybe there was some net code there. I thought we were giving each other plenty of room. We were racing balls out for the 2 or 3 laps before that. So I hate that for Andrew. That sucks.
Now, is your car damaged at all? Does it feel like it's okay at this point, or are you down on speed a little bit?
I don't know if it's confirmation bias or I'm just scared to push it all the way because I'm worried about losing rear aero. It's close enough-ish, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna have, what do we got? 2 to green. We're gonna have 4 laps to go. I just gotta keep it clean and green the rest of the way and finish this race.
All right, Jason. Well, good luck the rest of the way here. Thanks for giving us your side of that one. Man, this is going to get interesting now. Alex Vandesant stopped at lap number 28, and he does have that fresher tires than Everett Paddock, who will be restarting from the race lead. Jason Owens, Nagisa Ashikawa did not stop, running 3rd and 4th. Frank Wynn, Wes Shire, Jeffrey Stanton, Kevin Smalley, all with fresh tires on those race cars. Man, this is going to be fun this last couple of laps here, James.
Yeah, we might have a little natural green-white checkered.
It's going to be very, very close to it here. Five to go this time by the start-finish line. Lights are out. It will be a 4-lap shootout. Man, this one's going to be fun. Seeing Captain Picard checking in on YouTube. Hi, Mom, from Chad. Yes, Chad Irvine, I believe, calling a race tonight. So he is unable to say hi to his mom in our feed. So thank you very much for that there, Picard. Let us know in the comments, race fans, who's it going to be? Everett Paddock, Alex Vandesant, Jason Owens? Are we going to get a surprise? Are we going to get more contact late in this race? Paddock keeping things tight on the pace car. Brings the field down slowly. Now he jumps on the accelerator. Green flag back in the air. 4 to go here at Milwaukee. Oh, we're right back to yellow. Caution, trouble for John Dinkle. And that will be the end of it. See what happened here to the 17 of Dinkle. Oh, car just snapped loose on him into turn number 1. Pretty big contact into the outside safer barrier. Dinkle has to take the tow back into the pit area. And the guy who might be happiest about this is Everett Paddock, as he will not have to fight off Alex Vandesant.
No, but it's been a minute, but Everett Paddock back to the top step.
Yeah, and in a very good strength of field race that John Bedifer not in tonight. He's not going to make up a ton of points, but the drop weeks, with all that stuff factored in, he'll make up a little bit of ground, but won't be enough. Field will come around and do one more lap behind the iRacing safety car. Andrew Berry recovering from that pit stop, but he's going to finish tonight in the 16th position. Michael Long getting around him just before the caution flag came out. Nagisa Ashikawa able to get around Frank Wynn. Those two cars battled into turn number 1 right when the caution came out. Nagisa able to clear Frank. With the white flag out, this race will end under caution. Robbed of the great finish that we should have had here, James.
Yeah, with with how this track races, it would have been really interesting to see if Alex had anything under his sleeve.
Yeah, I tend to think he would have, only because he had the fresher tires. That was really kind of worst case scenario there for Alex. Not even getting the attempt to make the pass into turn one.
Nope.
So off of turn number 4, twin checkers will fly at the start-finish line, and Everett Paddock picks up the win over Alex Vandesant. Jason Owens coming home with a podium. Nagisa Ashikawa, Frank Wynn will complete your top 5. And we'll get you your race results here. Everett Paddock, the winner, under caution over Alex Vandesant, Jason Owens, Yashikawa, and Frank Wynn. 6 through 10, Wes Shire, Jeffrey Stanton, Kevin Smalley, Simon Fell, and Jeremy Rogers. 11 to 15, Nie Camargo, Darren Rice, Andy Corsa, Jeff P., and Mike Long. Andrew Berry, the final car on the lead lap in 16th. John Dinkle, Jason Padu, Eric Starapoli, and Joshua Chin going out early here in tonight's race. Everett Paddock making his way down into his pit stall, and we'll get everybody fired up here for the Victory Lane interviews in just a moment. We'll start our Victory Lane interviews here with third place finisher tonight, Jason Owens. And I'll tell you what, Jason, that race was a bit of an adventure there for you.
That's an understatement. I would have to say. I'm actually going back and rewatching my encounter with Andrew here. I'm about a half a lap out from it. Just want to see. I know I got loose under him, but I want to see if it was net code or what the heck happened. So.
Yeah, all in all, though, you got the points that you needed for the Oval Series Championship, and it was a good run here. I mean, this was a pretty stout field we had here tonight for a kind of an oddball, not Thursday night kind of race.
Yeah, it really was. I want to thank all 20 drivers that came out tonight. We had 2,600 as the I rating and no triple-digit drivers. Josh Chin came out. It was great to see him from Craig's Setup Shop out here. Alex Vandesant came out. I mean, if I'm the 4 car on an oval, there's some good oval drivers out here. And really, it was awesome to see. Heck, Jeff Stanton with almost 5,500. It's awesome to see guys coming out and running this oval. I agree with Wes. Like, Milwaukee is similar to New Hampshire, but better in every conceivable way.
Yeah, this one has been fun, and now we're going to head off to Road America next week. Obviously, you're a little bit more of an oval specialist, but the points say you're doing fairly well here in Division 1. All in all, not a bad way to close out the season heading up to Wisconsin.
No, not bad at all. We'll go out there. I'll kind of tool around in the back and see if I can improve on my points. But, I set some goals, like be top 30 in overall points in this car this season. I think I'm going to bring that home. Pretty happy with how the Oval Championship went, and just love the fact that we have some great drivers coming out and make these races awesome here on National Racing Network TV.
Well, congratulations on a podium finish here tonight, and let's make sure we get all the sponsor plugs and thank yous in before we let you go.
Right on. Obviously, we got Sunset Arctic from Dakota to Meg here with the awesome livery you see on this car. We've got Extra Life, TNT Promotions, Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, Riley Children's Hospital, NRN TV, take care of your local children's hospital. It's about the best nonprofit organization you can take care of there. So I know you got some other podium interviews to go do, but thanks again for all you do, Chris, and can't wait to be back here in season 1 here in a little over 3 weeks.
Yeah, buddy, we are looking forward to it. That is for sure. Let's bring in our runner-up here tonight, Alex Vandesant. I tell you what here, man, I would imagine probably pretty frustrated with that last caution flag, knowing you had a lot fresher rubber than Everett.
Yeah, that was pretty lame for the finish. But I wish I had a shot at Everett. But great job to him for holding on. I mean, he led a lot of that race. So congrats to him on the win. Really happy after screwing up qualifying, getting all the way up onto the podium. So I made a lot of fun moves. Just a lot of great clean racing the whole night.
Yeah, it was a pretty monster run for you, gaining 11 positions to be the hard charger of the race. How did you get through the field that quickly? Because a little bit of pit strategy helped maybe, but you passed a lot of cars on a place that is not easy to get the pass completed at.
Yeah, I seemed really strong off the corner. Whether I was on the top or the bottom, I could get a lot better drive off than a lot of people. I think so. Like I was using the forum setup, but I just raised the ride height a bunch to get the cross weight up, and I think that helped with the rotation. So and then it also was a bit easier on the right front. I think maybe I was driving it pretty hard though. So later in the run, I would get could carry a little more speed off and through the corner. So I think that helped a lot.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on a very nice run here tonight to come home second. And let's make sure we get all your sponsor plugs and thank yous in before we let you go.
Yeah, not really running anything on this car, but thanks to my usual sponsors, lmcgear.com, Happy Trails Chili Company, Globex Racing Paints, and Racers Broadcasting. All
right, buddy. Thank you very much here. We appreciate you checking in with us. And let's bring in our race winner here this evening, Everett Paddock. And as much as Alex was probably frustrated with that last caution, you may have been breathing a sigh of relief there.
I think I'm definitely on the it's better to be lucky than good side of things tonight, that's for sure.
What did you had the contact between Jason and Andrew happen right in front of you? The caution seemed like they were not timing out, and then all of a sudden they did in a big-time way late in this race. Tell us about the whole thing from front to back from your perspective.
I'll just say I had a good start. I thought maybe I could get up to second, but I didn't have enough to stay in front of Wes, so I just kind of settled in behind him, was battling a little bit with Josh. And then Josh, we had a 3-wide deal, and I got a little bit of contact, but Josh came out the worst for that, and ended up, I think I was still in third, just kind of running. And then, when Andrew pitted in the middle, right after that, I thought it was just bluffing. I didn't think that was a real pit, but he was anyway. But it gave a track position, and then I was just trying to hang on after that.
It was a little bit of a surprise to me. James and I had discussed the fact that tires were going to be important, but I didn't think it necessarily would be at mid-race. What were you thinking there when you started to see some of these cars coming that had that fresh rubber?
Well, I thought I was in trouble, right? I was like I didn't know how I was going to be able to hold on. I'll just run the bottom and see what happens. But my car felt pretty good. Still, it had decent balance, so I could at least push hard. So I was going to give it the old try and see what happened.
Well, a fantastic run for you here tonight, picking up a big win against a pretty decent field here. Thank you very much for coming racing with us here on a special Wednesday night show. Before we let you go, let's get all the sponsor plugs and thank yous in here.
Yeah, just thanks to the teammates, and thanks to you guys for putting on the show. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, James. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah, you too, brother. We appreciate that. And I'll tell you what here, James, as we go back to the live scenic look here of the Milwaukee Mile, West Allis, Wisconsin. This has been a really fun race and a fun season, and we're going to get to close it out at one of the best natural terrain road courses in the world.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. We got all the classics ending on the schedule. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Next week's going to be a barn burner.
That it is for sure, and we expect a very full strength of field race for that one. Between how good the race course is, the championship battles getting finished up, a lot to look forward to here for that one. But with that, we are going to wrap things up here from the Milwaukee Mile. I want to say a very happy Thanksgiving to all of our friends here in the United States. Enjoy the turkey and all the fun and festivities here tomorrow. We are looking forward to that for sure. Coming up on Monday night, it will be the High Side Hustle Awards show. And, well, you don't want to miss that one for sure, especially if you're a fan of dirt racing in the Northeast United States. Follow that up with a season finale for the Silver Crown Championship. Tuesday night, round number 12 for the TNT Rock Block. Then we're coming right back here on Thursday night with a grid rival Ezra IndyCar Series, followed up by the season finale for the Indy Pro 2000 Championship. For James Watson, camera design and assistant producer Connor Baldwin, and everybody here at the National Racing Network, we want to say thank you very much for spending part of your Thanksgiving Eve with us. We look forward to talking to you all soon. Have a great night and a great holiday, everybody.